Who was the greatest general of Carthage? Many would say Hannibal, the brilliant tactician who almost single-handedly defeated Rome in the Second Punic War. But what if I told you that Hannibal wasn't even the greatest general of Carthage? In fact, he wasn't even the greatest general of his own family. That title belongs to his father, Hamilcar Barca. You see, Hamilcar was not just a great military commander. He was a legend. He was the man who trained Hannibal from a young age to be the greatest general Carthage would ever know. And he did such a good job that Hannibal was basically guaranteed victory in every battle he ever fought. So how did Hamilcar do it? Well, let's find out. When and where he was born is unknown, but we do know that he came from a noble family in Carthage. His father had been one of the generals of Carthage's army during the First Punic War, while his mother was the sister of Hannibal. So when Hamilcar was 13 years old, his father took him with him to the war in Spain. There, Hamilcar taught him everything he knew about warfare, strategy, and tactics. And when I say everything, I mean it. The kid basically absorbed all his father's knowledge like a sponge. And after the war, when Hamilcar became the commander of Carthage's forces in Spain, he continued to train Hannibal, putting him in charge of important tasks and letting him make decisions that would affect entire battles. It was under Hamilcar's tutelage that Hannibal developed his genius tactics, such as his use of elephants in battle, which would later terrorize the Romans. But Hamilcar's influence on Hannibal went beyond the battlefield. He also taught him how to deal with politics, how to win over the hearts and minds of the people, and how to maintain his honor and dignity in the face of adversity. For example, when Hamilcar was negotiating a treaty with the Celtiberians, he taught Hannibal how to be a good ambassador by showing him how to be polite and respectful to the other side, while also being firm and assertive about Carthage's interests. He also showed Hannibal how to be compassionate towards his enemies, such as when he spared the life of a captured Roman general named Marcus Livius Salonitor, despite the fact that he could have easily killed him. Instead, he let him go with only a slight reprimand, saying that he didn't want to add the blood of a Roman senator to the stain on his hands. That act of magnanimity would later come back to haunt him, as Livy would become one of Rome's most ardent supporters against Carthage and would take his revenge on Hamilcar's family. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's just say that Hamilcar Barca was more than just a general. He was a teacher, a mentor, a father figure, and a hero to his people. He was the embodiment of the Carthian ideal, brave, cunning, ambitious, and relentless. He was the greatest general of his time and one of the greatest of all time.